Today we'll start our discussion with BCD adder. Before going to this BCD adder, let us see what is a BCD number. As we have already discussed about BCD number, BCD is nothing but binary coded decimal, and it comes under one of the category of binary number. Every decimal digit is represented by using 4 binary bits in BCD format. For example, if I have a decimal number 19, then I'm going to use 8 bits for representing the decimal number 19. Okay, like 1 is represented by using 4 bits 0001, and 9 is represented by using 4 bits, that is 1001. So this is how we are going to represent decimal numbers in BCD formats. So let us see now the BCD adder. Okay, now here I have plotted a truth table for the binary sum along with BCD sum along with the decimal numbers. Now I want to represent the decimal numbers 0 to 19 in BCD as well as in binary form. Okay, so here you can see with the help of BCD format I have represented 9 numbers, 9 in decimal numbers, okay, by using 4 bits. After 9, that is for representing 10, from 10 to 19, I am using a total of 8 bits. Okay, I have shown here only 5 bits. Okay, so that is 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, why? Because this bit or this digit is always 1, so I'm representing only with 1 bit here. And as you know how to form a binary sum, okay, so 0 to 9 is similar to the BCD sum, but from 10 here we use 8421. Okay, that is 1010 or something like that. Then you'll get 15 representation. Now from this truth table we have to design a BCD adder circuit. For that we have to plot the K-map for this binary sum. So let us see how to form a K-map for this, as well as why to form this K-map for designing this BCD adder. Now these are the rules of BCD adder. When the binary sum is greater than 1001, we obtain a non-valid BCD representation. As we know that with the help of BCD format we can only represent from 0 to 9. But if I want to represent a number greater than 9, then I have to use 8 bits. Okay, so here when the binary sum is greater than 9, we obtain a non-valid BCD representation, like 10. 10 is greater than 9, so we obtain a non-valid BCD representation. The addition of binary 6 to the binary sum converts it to the correct BCD representation and also produces an output carry as required. So in order to get the correct BCD value, I have to add a binary 6 to the resultant binary number. Then I'll get the correct BCD representation. For example, assume that I have added 5 plus 5 in BCD. So I'll get a value 1010. So if you add 6, binary 6 to that binary 10, then you'll get the correct BCD representation. Now I have plotted all these functions on the K-map, and I've got the output function C equals K plus Z8 Z4 plus Z8 Z2. Okay, now we have to design this circuit by using full adders. Let us see. So here I have took 4-bit binary adder with Z8 Z4 Z2 and Z1. So here 8 4 2 1, these are the weights, as we know that, and this is what the circuit that we have designed with the help of the expression. 2 AND gates. One of the AND gate inputs are coming from Z8 and Z4, and the other AND gate inputs are coming from Z8 and Z2, and the output of these 2 AND gates are given as an input along with C or K to the OR gate, and the output is connected to one of the operand to the 4-bit binary adder. Okay, and this is what, or this is how we represent the BCD adder. Okay, let us take an example. Assume that the addend is 5 and origin is 5. Okay, now you'll get the output as 1010, that is 10. Okay, now here 1010 is not a correct BCD value, so we have to correct it by adding 6. Okay, let us see how to add 6. Now here Z8 is 1, this is one of the input of AND gate, and Z4 is 0, so this is one of the input of the first AND gate. Therefore the output of this AND gate would become 0. Okay, and for the second AND gate Z8 is 1 as well as Z2 is 1, therefore the output of this AND gate is 1. Okay, so if one of the input of OR gate is 1, then the output would become 1, and this 1 is given to here. So 0 1 1 0 is one of the operand given to the 4-bit binary adder, and 10 is given as one of the operand to the 4-bit binary adder. So this 10 is added with 6, then the resultant value that you get is the correct BCD representation. Okay, now let us take one more example where I want to add 5 plus 3. So 5 is an addend and 3 is an OGEN. Okay, then the output that you get is 1000, which is a correct BCD value. So here it doesn't require to add 6. Why? Because 1000 is a correct BCD value. Okay, now here what happens? Z8 is the input to the first AND gate, and Z4 is the input to this first AND gate, therefore the output is 0, and again Z8 is 1 but Z2 is 0, therefore the output of this AND gate is again 0. Okay, now as you have two inputs to the OR gate is 0 as well as K is 0, we did not get any carry, therefore the output is 0. Now this 0 is applied to the second 4-bit binary adder, therefore this 8 is added with zeros, therefore you will get the resultant value as 8 again. Okay, so this is how we are going to get a correct BCD value for the given binary sum, and this is the circuit which is used for implementing the BCD adder. Okay, now let us see binary multiplication. How we are going to do multiplication in case of binary numbers. Multiplication can't be that hard, as you know that it's just repeated addition. If we have adders, we can do multiplication also. So binary multiplication is done with the help of adders. Okay, we'll discuss that. Remember that the AND operation is equivalent to multiplication of 2 bits. Let us see how it is equivalent to multiplication of 2 bits. Now this is what the truth table of the AND. A and B are the inputs and AB is the output. As you know that 0 is multiplied with 0, then the output is 0. If any one of the input is 0, then the output becomes 0, and if both the inputs are 1, then only the output of the AND gate is 1. Okay, and if you take the multiplication here, if 0 is multiplied with something, then the resultant value would be 0, as you can see here, and if 1 multiplied with 1, then only you will get the value as 1. Okay, now both are identical, therefore AND gate will be performing this multiplication of 2 bits. Let us see how it does. So take an example here. I have took one example with multiplicand and multiplier, and these are the partial products which I got here. If 0 in the multiplier is multiplied with multiplicand, then the resultant partial product would be all zeros. If 1 in the multiplier is multiplied with the multiplicand, then the partial product would be the multiplicand itself. Okay, so here you can see we have got totally 4 partial products, and then we are adding those partial products to get the final result or final product. Since we always multiply by either 0 or 1, binary number contains only 0 and 1. The partial products are always either 0 or the multiplicand, as just now I said. Okay, if you are multiplying 0 with the multiplicand, then the partial product would be zeros. If you are multiplying 1 with the multiplicand, then the partial product would be the multiplicand itself. There are 4 partial products which are added to form the result. So we have got this particular result by adding these 4 partial products. Okay, now let us design a circuit for this. Okay, before that we'll see how to design that circuit. The AND gates produce the partial products. Okay, as just now we have seen that AND gates will be producing the partial products. Okay, why? Because here you are doing just multiplication. Okay, for a 2-bit by 2-bit multiplier, we can just use 2 half adders to sum the partial products. Let us see how to do that. So A0 and A1 here, these are the multipliers, and B1 and B0 are the multiplicand. Okay, so if I am multiplying A0 with the multiplicand, then the result would be A0 B1, A0 B0. If I am multiplying A1 with the multiplicand, then the result would be, that is partial product would be A1 B1, A1 B0. Okay, now we have to add all these partial products, and the result that we get is C3, C2, C1 and C0, where C3 to C0 are not carries. They are the product terms, or else they are the final result. Okay. Now let us see how to design this. So A0 and A1. So initially A0, B0. Now this particular term is representing the AND functionality. Therefore, I have to go an AND gate. Okay, and the inputs to this AND gate is A0 and B0. As you can see here, A0 and B0 are given as an input. Okay, and you have one more term in the first partial product, that is A0, B1. Okay, therefore one more AND gate whose inputs are A0 and B1. Okay, next we have got the second partial product, but here A0 and B0 are added to nothing, then you'll get C0. Therefore A0 and B0 are taken as a final result, or one of the final result, that is C0. Okay, but next A0 and B1 are added to A1 and B0. So here the output of this AND gate is A0 and B1. This should be added to A1 and B0. So how you get this A1 and B0? So A1 is one of the operand to the AND gate and B0 is the other operand. Therefore the result would be A1 B0. Now these two operands, that is A1 B0 and A0 B1, are given as an input to a half adder circuit. Okay, now here you get the output as C1, that is the sum, and the carry that you get from this addition will be propagated to the next half adder. Okay, now for the next half adder, one of the operand is the carry from the previous stage and the next operand is A1 B1. Okay, therefore you will get C2 the sum and C3 is the carry. Okay, so this is how you are going to design a binary multiplier. Now let us see 4-bit by 3-bit binary multiplier. For J multiplier bits and K multiplicand bits, we need J into K AND gates and K bit adders to produce a product of J plus K bits. Let us see what is this. So here, assuming that K equals to 4 and J equals to 3, so we need 12 AND gates. Why? Because J into K. So 4 into 3 is nothing but 12 AND gates and 2 4-bit adders. Why? Because we need K bit adders. Now here the K value is 4, therefore we require 2 4-bit adders. Okay, and this is how we are going to design that 4-bit by 3-bit binary multiplier, where I have took 2 4-bit adders and then AND gates. There are totally 12 AND gates whose inputs are A0, A1 and A2 and B0 to B3 are considered as the multiplicand. Okay, and the final result would be C0 to C6. Now this is the circuit for 4x4 multiplier, where the length of the multiplier is 4 bits and the multiplicand is also 4 bits. Okay, and this is how we design the 4x4 multiplier circuit. In the next session, we'll discuss about decoders and encoders. Thank you.